Hi, welcome to my channel, Judy's Losing It. My name's Judy, and let's talk weight loss surgery. I had VSG in Tijuana, Mexico on July 2nd, 2019. Excuse me. And at that time, I weighed 334. Let's see here. Back in August, the end of August of 2018, my high weight was 385. So I lost 30 pounds on my own, and I lost 21 pounds on my pre-op diet. I had a 5-week pre-op diet, and so that's how I got down to 334. As of today, which is January 14th, 2020, I weigh 271.7. which is, since surgery, I've lost 62.3 pounds, and since my high weight, I've lost 113.3. Yay for me! I am feeling so much better. I really am. I had a party. Sorry, I was trying different lighting options, and I think this is probably the best. I had a party for my stepmother who turned 80 today, but we had it on Sunday. And don't get me wrong, I was exhausted. But I had 3 solid hours in the kitchen, food prepping. I had to peel carrots, I had to wash potatoes, I had to dice onion and kiwi and make this lovely chicken dish. Didn't quite come out just right, but I know what to do next time. I had to finish making lemon pies for my stepmom. It was a lot. I was really, really working hard. And so before, I just wouldn't have been able to have done it by myself. There's no doubt about it. Today, I did it. I was tired. I don't say I wasn't tired. By the time the party started, I was just like, oh my God, is this ever going to be over? You know, it took me a while to get back in the moment, but I did, and I enjoyed myself. And I had some great help from my family. My niece here in town, she's just my rock, and she helped me make the pies the night before, half the pies, and then I ended up having to finish it all off and bake them. And you know, just things like that you know, before would have just been way too much. So I'm so happy about that, and in what a good space I'm at. I had my stepsister, who I call Custer, and her daughter, my niece, from California, were here, and they stayed at the house. And it's like, you know, they left Monday morning, and so I go, oh, I need to wash the sheets. So I went upstairs, I took the sheets off, I came downstairs, put them, you know, and it's like, oh, I need to make the bed. I'll go up and do it. And before, I was just like, is it worth it? Do I have other things that I could do upstairs while I'm there? You know, those kind of things. Just, it was a struggle. So I'm really happy it's not such a struggle. It was an interesting weekend, I have to say. I mean, it's interesting dynamics, particularly in my case with family, because my Custer I've known all of her life. She's 3 years younger than I am. And I've always been at least 50%, if not 100%, heavier than she's been. And this time she fit in my coat. I thought she fit in it. It was roomier on her than me. But the fact that it wasn't just huge was a little surprising to both of us. I noticed the dynamic, and and it was changing. And I'm not exactly sure how to put it, but it was kind of different. Neither she nor her daughter mentioned my weight loss, or went like, "Oh wow, you look great," or "Oh, so happy for you," you know, nothing like that. It was more like, "Hi." You know, because I've lost a significant amount of weight since I saw them last. I'd say probably anywhere from, you know, if I've lost 113.3, I can't imagine. I really, that number blows me away. In all my dieting years, I've never lost 100 pounds. I've always come close, but never. Now I'm over 100 pounds. So, you know, so I've lost probably 80 pounds or better since they saw me the last time. Yeah, it was a little bit odd, particularly when I had two friends while they were around me go, "Oh my gosh, you're looking so good, you know, you've lost more weight," you know, because I mean, I think a lot of what's happening is with my water aerobics, which I was kind of adding it up. I've been doing that for about 8 months, and I think I've built muscle. I mean, I can feel my core, you know, so I mean, so it's like, even though my weight hasn't necessarily, you know, been dropping greatly, I am smaller. You know, it's just a matter of working out, being more active, and losing the weight. So I am getting smaller. Just, you know, not exactly where I'd like to be. I'd like to be more at the 250 stage, but hopefully I will be seeing 260 in the next couple of weeks. So that's my goal. But back to my Custer story. I remember Grace Gets Gastric talking about how even before she had the surgery, she and her sister talked about what it was going to be like with their relationship, because she was always the bigger one. And so, yeah, I begin to understand that problem. It can be a problem. And I kind of encountered it. I almost felt like what she was wearing I could have fit in, which is totally bizarre. I've never felt that way about anything she's worn. And I was a little bit worried about her. She didn't look healthy. You know, if I'm 271, 272, she was probably 250 at least. But you know, when you put on weight and you put on fat, how you get bigger. Because I remember that one diet, I went down really quick, but then I came back up, and so even though I was wearing, you know, weighing the same amount, I couldn't wear my clothes because I was that much bigger. So I mean, I'm sure some of it is that. I mean, I'm sure she is not my weight, but you know, probably within 20 pounds or so, it felt like. She just didn't look healthy. I didn't say a word. You know, it's like, if she wants to talk to me about it, we have talked about it. You know, it's like she's thinking about weight loss surgery, but I could tell when she was seeing the amount of food I was eating that it horrified her. Which is kind of an odd thing. Her daughter, who's skin and bones, was like, you know, noticing what I was eating, was like, "Yeah, you know, I just stop eating when, you know, I get to a certain point, you know, and it's da-da-da-da-da," and it's like, yeah. I mean, in a lot of ways, what I feel like the VSG does is give us the opportunity to have a normal portion in time. I mean, I'm not saying right out of surgery or anything like that, but in time, it feels like we're just eating what a normal portion should be. So anyways, I didn't say anything, and I'm grateful she doesn't watch my channel, because I didn't have a conversation with her. I'm having the conversation with you. which probably wasn't the best idea, but you know, but it really surprised me how much she was eating. We ate out, except for the party. We ate out every meal. And so she would finish her own meal and her daughter's. And mine. We had gone out into paint ceramics with my stepmom and my other niece. There was 5 of us. And so afterwards I was starving because it was way past my dinner time. So we went to this restaurant and I wasn't quite sure what to have. I was going to split with my niece, but she wanted to have the, some, I forget what it's called. This dish, but it came with pasta. And I didn't want the pasta, and there wasn't enough meat to actually satisfy me. And so I decided to get 2 appetizers. They had, you know, granted it wasn't the best, but I didn't have that many. Fried Brussels sprouts with a balsamic dressing, and steak bites. So, you know, probably, I think maybe 4 or 5 ounces of steak. With a bowl of the Brussels sprouts. And I was very happy. I got full very quickly. I did have a piece of bread. No, I didn't have a piece of bread. Did I have a piece of bread? I had a part of a piece of bread, which was hot out of the oven, and I was starving, and so I ate that. But as well. But I, you know, halfway through everybody else was halfway through their meal. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I was thinking, oh, well, I've got another meal here. And the next thing I know, there goes all of my Brussels sprouts. And the next thing I know, my custard's reaching over and grabbing my steak. So, yeah, I didn't have any leftovers that night, but it surprised me. And it surprised me her shock and how I sensed this, oh my God, if that's weight loss surgery, I don't want anything to do with it. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. And then I had the food police policing me. I had made this lemon meringue pie for my stepmother, and there was homemade baklava. And after my dinner, and I'd waited long enough that I felt like I could have some dessert, which everybody else had already had their dessert. I had a piece. I mean, it was a reasonably sized piece. I mean, it wasn't a tiny sliver. It was a piece of a lemon pie, and then I had a triangle, you know, something about that size of baklava that I sat and I ate, and I thoroughly enjoyed. And then my brother mentioned it. Oh, I saw you eating pie and baklava, and I was just like, yes, I did. You know, I ate more like I was on maintenance than trying to lose. But I didn't, it was stressful. It was, I felt like I love Grace Gets Gastric, so I want to quote her again, or she quoted somebody else this. It was a hell yeah. Hell yeah, I was going to have that piece of pie and that piece of homemade baklava. Hell no, I wasn't going to have the Costco cheesecake that was also available. It's like, yeah, that's not my jam. It's like, I mean, I would have eaten it normally, you know, before surgery, but it's like, yeah, I'm not going to take those calories, but hell yeah on these others. So I wasn't quite sure today where my weight was going to be. I was very pleasantly surprised that I was down, and it's really kind of gotten me remotivated. I really want to lose that 50 pounds this year. And yeah, I'm saying this year, my weight loss is slowing, but that doesn't mean I can't lose approximately a pound a week. I can do that. So anyways, that's my goal. And yeah, I had to just let it go when my brother started talking about all the things that I'd eaten. It's like, people are going to notice. Just like they notice that I have lost weight, they're also noticing what I'm eating. And so, yeah, I'm going to live with it. I'm going to live with it and not get upset by it. So that's my goal. I hope you're having a wonderful new year and a great January, and hopefully I'll be back next week. Take care. Bye.